Misty Island Rescue. Thomas and Percy were helping to build a new search and rescue center on the island of Sodor. There was much work to do. The rescue center would be made of zombie wood, the strongest wood of all. Diesel trying to move the logs by himself, he had an When Diesel tried to move the logs himself, he had an accident. Thomas saved Diesel, but the logs fell into the sea. Sir Topham had asked Thomas to travel to the mainland to bring back more zombie wood. Percy was worried that the trip would be dangerous. A steamboat pulled Thomas on a raft toward the mainland. Far out at sea, Thomas heard a loud crack. Fizzling fireboxes, he peeped. The chain to the steamboat had snapped. The next morning, Thomas found himself on a strange island. It was very misty. He peeped hello, but nobody answered. He went exploring. Thomas met 3 engines named Bash, Dash, and Ferdinand. They called themselves the Logging Locals. They told Thomas that they were on Misty Island. Bash, Dash, and Ferdinand showed Thomas the old logging camp where they lived. This camp is filled with zombie wood. Thomas peeped. That's the wood we need to build the search and rescue center. Thomas told the logging locals all about the rescue center. They agreed to help him collect the logs. But the logging locals didn't like to work. They just wanted to play in games and bounce on Shake Shake Bridge. Thomas did not like the wibbly wobbly bridge. We see the giant log loader wasn't much help either. He liked to throw logs, not stack them. After much biffing and bashing, Thomas had flat bins full of zombie logs, but he didn't know how to get back to Sodor. Bash told him about an old tunnel that connected Misty Island to Sodor. The engines pushed their flatbeds to the old tunnel. It was cold and dark. The logging locals were scared. Don't worry, he peeped. With a whir and a whiff, we'll be on the island of Sodor. Suddenly, there was a cave-in. Rocks tumbled. Rocks rumbled and cracked as they tumbled down around the engines. Thomas and the logging locals were trapped, and no one knew where they were. Thomas saw a hole in the roof. He sent up puffs of steam. He hoped someone would see the puffs and come to rescue him. Somebody did see the steam puffs. Percy! It's Thomas! Percy peeped excitedly. He's on Misty Island, and he needs help. We've told Percy about an old tunnel that led to Misty Island. Percy knew that the tunnel would be dangerous, but it was the fastest way to save Thomas. Percy raced through the tunnel. It was dark and twisty. At last he found the cave-in. Watch out, Thomas, Percy puffed. I'm going to push back the rocks. Percy rocked and rolled and pumped his pistons. Crash! Percy broke through the rocks. Thomas and the logging locals were saved. Sir Topham Hatt was very happy that Thomas and his new friends were safe. And with all the zombie wood they had brought to Sodor, the search The search and rescue center would be finished soon. Today is a special day made possible by very special engines, said Topham Hampson at the opening of the search and rescue center. People cheered. Thomas's pistons pumped with pride. The end.